Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. On screen right now is Man of War Corsair, a game set in the Warhammer Fantasy Battles universe but focused more on naval combat. A game that officially released in April 2017 and, well, a lot of people didn't really know about it. Why is that? Well, it spent a lot of time in early access and updates were extremely far away. The concept of the game was actually really cool, bringing in the much beloved Man of War tabletop game in the Warhammer series into a video game format. And it looked rather promising at the beginning. The game itself featured an extremely large open world in a sense, where the open world was mostly the oceans from Kislev all the way down to Talia, with other maps focused around the various different ports around that part of the Warhammer world. So why am I talking about this game today? Well, it would seem just a few days ago we had an update from the developer, which goes as follows. It is with a heavy heart we must announce the end of Man of War Corsair on the Steam store. The game is going to be discontinued on the Steam store due to changes in the license agreement with Games Workshop. I for one will still be playing it in my Steam library and it won't affect anyone who has purchased the game on Steam. The game was released on early access in 2016. And as Man of War and GW fans, it was amazing to work on our own little pocket of Warhammer. I want to thank the community for their support, and hope you are all okay during what is a difficult time. One day soon, I hope we can all come together again at gaming events, whether video games or battling on the tabletops. A touching send-off from the developer, but what can we see from this? Well, Games Workshop have revoked their license with this developer, which I'm not gonna blame GW for. The game had a great premise, and in truth was getting better in later years, but unfortunately there were a few issues here. For one, development updates were extremely slow, so much so, and I'll be completely honest here, I completely forgot that this game even existed. The footage you're seeing on screen right now is the first time I've booted up the game in possibly, maybe 2 years? I went on Steam charts recently and it pretty much showed that it had next to no player base. The game was essentially a dead project at this point. And checking out the developer's social media showed that there was really no promotion for Man of War in recent date. Everything else seemed to be focused on a new game that they were developing. And you know what, I don't want to be completely negative here, because the game, yes, has its flaws, but it also was rather fun. The premise itself was rather interesting, and it was something that hadn't been done before. This could have potentially sold incredibly well, and it's a shame that it didn't pick up some steam and that the developers didn't really give it as much love as it deserved. The game's not going forever, however. As I've checked out, it seems that this might just be happening for Steam. As far as I'm aware, the game itself will still be available for purchase on Good Old Games, which essentially means that this game is dead in terms of any new updates. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not a person that really uses Good Old Games. As far as I'm aware, that's pretty much where they go to resurrect digital corpses. Part of me wants to hope I'm wrong, but then again, the other part of me doesn't want to buy a game a second time. And I don't think anyone else in their right mind would actually do so. With all that being said, there seems to be confirmation that there will be a final sale for this game on Steam on the 29th of January, so you will be able to get your hands on this game at a very cheap price, I'm hoping at the very least. I do recommend checking it out, but only if it's at a very reduced price. Something like a 20 to 25% discount would be a slap in the face. I have around 15.5 hours on this game, and yeah, that's all the time I've put into it since it got released. Like I said, the concept isn't bad, it's just the implementation and the updates was very slow. I'm not saying it's bad, it actually does have a lot of really cool stuff, like for example when a giant shark attacks your ship and so on, or you manage to stray too far away from the ports and you get attacked by a horde of Chaos Warriors. Some really cool stuff does happen, but it's still a bit of a janky game. If it's only a couple of pounds, a couple of euros or dollars or so on, by all means buy it, but not for its current price. This was really disappointing to hear more than anything. I was really hoping that at some point they would indeed continue working on the game. Visually, in terms of designs, stuff was looking really cool, and the mechanics, yeah, were janky, but they were playable. Campaigns had been added in for neutral, Bretonnian, Imperial, and some Chaos. I was honestly hoping that eventually we'd be able to play as Skaven, Orcs, and other races. Especially considering as you can play as these other races in custom battles. They've got all their ships, animations, and so on. But I guess this was not meant to be, which is a massive shame. This is not the first time a license has been revoked from Games Workshop. It's happened a few other times with other developers. Games Workshop are indeed trying to be more quality control as of late, which does make sense as they are becoming more and more mainstream. I wish the developer Evil Twin Artworks best of luck in their future endeavors, and it's a massive shame that this couldn't have worked out. With all that being said, if you guys are interested, I might be willing to do a stream of this game. Bear in mind that anything that requires any depth perception in any way, I'm usually kind of bad at, so it might be kind of fun to see me fail and lose my ship early on. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.